Today is a huge day for our movement. Together, we have officially reached 1 million individual grassroots donors. It's a lot harder to reach 1 million donors, and we're the first to do so. We've done this earlier than any campaign ever, and by not taking donations from corporate special interests, we are ensuring that when Bernie gets in the White House, his administration will work on behalf of us, not the 1%. Bernie continues to be the only Democratic candidate with more individual contributions than Donald Trump. As of the June FEC deadline, our campaign, our movement, has received more than 81,000 donations from people who live in counties that voted for Obama in 2012 and then went for Trump in 2016. That's 3 times as many donations as the next Democratic candidate and more than the next 3 Democratic candidates combined.
Nothing will change unless we have the guts to take on Wall Street, the insurance industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the military-industrial complex, and the fossil fuel industry.
It is not good enough to talk about great ideas. They're important. But nothing happens unless people look around them and say, you know what, this status quo is not working. It's not just, it's not right, it's not fair. And I want you to think about this. Think about real change in America.
Hi, I am Elizabeth.
Hello everyone, my name is Amal.
Hi, my name is Brandon.
My name is June.
Hello, I'm Sage. I'm 16 years old, and my stepfather is a victim of the military-industrial complex.
I too have incurred thousands of dollars in student loans.
A few years back, I broke my ankle in 3 places, and I was underinsured at the time.
And I have a disability.
We had been giving the insurance company thousands upon thousands of dollars through insurance premiums. We still couldn't afford to get my sister an insulin pump.
Although I was born here in the US, I lived all my childhood in Yemen. In fact, my close and extended family are still there right now, facing a 4-year war and a humanitarian crisis.
Around 4 years ago, he was imprisoned on a nonviolent drug charge, and he almost certainly received a stricter charge because he is a black man.
This election isn't about politics, it really is a battle for survival.
This is millions and millions of people coming together, demanding they have their voices heard. And I'm one of those million.
The only way we bring about the change that this country needs is when millions of people stand up and demand it. That's the only way that change ever takes place. That's the history of the civil rights movement. That's the history of the labor movement. That's the history of the women's movement. That's the history of the gay movement. That's the history of the environmental movement. Real change never takes place without struggle.
If there's one thing that brings me hope, it's when I see a Bernie rally and I see young, old, black, white, Latino, gay, trans. I see them fighting for a revolution.
Enough is enough. The United States needs someone with consistency and a backbone to take on Trump and the large corporations going into the 2020 campaign.
What do we know about the 1%? They are 1%. I may not be a great mathematician, but I did learn in elementary school that 99% is a hell of a lot more than 1%.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe if we'd had Medicare for All in 2006, there's a very good chance that my mom would still be around today.
If Bernie is elected, my family and the Yemeni people will have hope again that the war can stop.
Bernie's Medicare for All bill put into place, my sister would be able to get the insulin pump she has waited nearly 2 years for.
There are a lot of solutions to a lot of our issues in this country, but none of them will ever be resolved unless we begin with a political revolution.
I invite you to join us, to join Bernie 2020 in your state, and try to make a difference, because no American should have to be faced with these choices that we're faced with daily.
So let's do it. Let's run a historic grassroots campaign. And when we do that, the 1% can spend all of the money that they want. We're going to beat them.